Here's your sundial, intact as it was.
Mr. Mortefi, can we have the test?
Simply put, it's hollow. Here, try tapping on it. It sounds different from a solid object. It's not just a timekeeping tool. It's an intricate mortise and tenon puzzle box. This sundial is hollow with an inner compartment. We scanned it, and there is a small paper scroll. However, it's missing a crucial component. We should be able to spin the wheels on the sundial once the right component is installed. I have some basic knowledge, but there is someone else who is more knowledgeable in automata mechanics than I am. It wouldn't have taken me this long if we were dealing with tacitite weapons. Install the missing part, then rotate the wheels to their correct positions, and you should be able to solve the puzzle and access the paper scroll. However, I still have no idea what the missing component should look like. And no need to ask him. I can help you with this. I just need some time to think it over. One moment. I have an incoming call. What is it? You certainly are well informed. It's indeed beautiful data. Good taste. Well, since you've put it that way...
Rover, Mr. Mortefi's expression seems to have softened, don't you think? We haven't even asked him to help us with assembling... It looks like Mr. Mortefi needs more time. Maybe we should give him some space to concentrate. Rover, let's come back later, shall we?
Yes, of course. I've already noticed all that you mentioned. Indeed, you just pointed out a blind spot in my thinking. Your workshop? That hellish place? Stop sweet-talking me. I get it. Sorry for keeping you waiting. Let's get back to the sundial. It's a mortise and tenon-based puzzle box. The missing component in the middle needs to fulfill two entirely different structural requirements at the same time. Considering its entire structure, this component needs an automatic buckle that goes down on top of an embedded pointer. I'll draw up a design for you. The parts you'll need can be found in Jiang Li's workshop. I've already informed him about it. You'll only need to go fetch the parts.
I mentally prepared myself for the worst, but this place looks much better than Mr. Mortefi's description, though it is a bit hard to figure out where we should start. This should be it. It's quite a box full. Let's go back and show it to Mr. Mortefi. Rover! Rover? Please don't touch that. It's dangerous. Mr. Mortifee, we found the parts.
Good. Bring it to me.
The test results are in. The mangosteen is just an ordinary fruit. It's suitable for regular consumption. We found nothing unusual about it. From the purple leaf you presented, I detected subtle fluctuations in tacit discord's frequency from two distinct sources, but they were overlapping and difficult to distinguish. This is a rare occurrence. The scattered nature of these fluctuations rules out the possibility of them being left behind through contact. This is not an ordinary leaf, but it doesn't seem to be a tacit discord either. Based on the data we gathered, I believe it was sampled from an area struck with the wave-worn phenomena.
Yes, the anomalies that occurred after the lament, including the formation of tacit fields, etheric sea, retroact rain, and gravity loss. These are collectively called the wave-worn phenomena. And the lament was the start of it all.
As for the sugar pearl, it has been determined to be a type of oral vaccine. This sugar pearl expired over 20 years ago. The low-temperature storage life for this vaccine is about 2 years.
A 20-year-old vaccine. Could it be related to the children's epidemic in Zhengzhou 2 decades ago?
The archives in the Academy should have information on the sugar pearl. The archives here are organized in a unique way. You can start by searching the keywords at the lobby terminal.
Mr. Mortifee?
The missing pointer has been installed, and now the sundial should be complete.
So, the discs are rotatable now.
Yes. Align the correct markers with the pointer we just installed, and then you should be able to open it.
The earthly branches and 4 symbols. These symbols are related to the sexagenary cycle. It's an intricate way of recording time in Huanglong. Nowadays, it is mainly reserved for calendars, numerology, and indexing, but it's falling out of daily use now. What kind of information could it represent?
It's the filing system. Most of Huanglong's libraries and databases still use this method to organize their archives, namely the Grand Libraries. The Academy's public archives are organized in this manner too.
I found it! It's located on the way shelf. Mao Cheng Si. Wu Wei. Grover, it's here! or two? Huh. If I remember correctly, Zhenzhou was established during a year of Wei, several cycles ago. The Zhenzhou City Hall and Huashu Academy were built in the same year. The Gorges of Spirits battle sparked Zhenzhou's founding. And the formidable tacit discord described here? I believe it is the Crownless. Rover, about the sugar pearl. What do you think, Rover?
Let's look back on what we've gathered so far. Our clues point to the sugar pearl as a key in solving the sundial's puzzle. Simply put, one token can lead to multiple targets, and one target may hold several pieces of information. We both had a reason for meeting. The magistrate had information to share, while I had questions to ask. However, her tokens contain both what she wants to tell me and what I want to ask her, making it seem like she is complicating matters. Or maybe she was running out of time. That's why she could only offer us scraps of the puzzle, instead of actually putting it together. Or perhaps she's indeed a master strategist, leaving breadcrumbs for us to follow. The initial clues may simply be a test to... In other words, there are people who need to be misled, and they may obtain these tokens. It seems there may be hidden dangers lurking in Jinzhou. If it were you, Yang Yang, what would you do to make sure the recipient gets what you mean?
I would emphasize my true message by repeating it again and again.
I'm back! I'm back! Finally done with my patrol. How's it going, Rover? Feeling spry as ever?
Baiju said he is in great health. No issues to report. We made some progress in investigating the tokens, too.
Nothing special. A typical patrol. Well, Uncle Jiang's cat climbed a tree, and on its way down, it landed on Uncle Chempi's head, causing him to take a tumble. Some dogs kept barking and have been scaring the passers-by, so I went there to calm them down. I received a report about someone going missing. I just logged the case and talked to the person who reported it. You're not the one they're searching for, though. Anyhow, I need to visit the person who reported the case tomorrow. Oh, I also tried searching for Rover's terminal number, but the system came up with nothing. The latest record was from today when I took Rover for registration. That's pretty much the update for now. It's the middle of the night. Course you're hungry. All right, I still owe you a meal. The night markets are closed, though. Let's grab breakfast at Panhua's restaurant tomorrow before my shift. Meet you guys there in the morning. Be there or be square. Time to hit the hay, obviously. Don't tell me you're planning on some nightly activities.
Do you have a place to stay, Rover?
Talk about hospitality. Boy, I wonder what it's like to live in the City Hall. All right, enough chatter or the sun's gonna come up. Let's get Rover back to the city hall, and we'll leave the rest till tomorrow. Mrs. Panwa, good morning. 3 bowls of extra spicy noodles, please. What did I tell ya? Nothing beats a bowl of spicy noodles in the morning.
What do you say, Rover?
Looks like Bijou's locked herself in the lab again. Hasn't left since yesterday. Bet we won't see her till she's done with her research. No, wait. Since you're the subject of that research, we could use you as bait to lure her out. We can tie you up at the Academy's entrance, and with just a few tugs of the rope, I bet every researcher will come running at you with Bijou leading the pack. Hook, line, and sinker. By the way, now that we've figured out the sugar pearl and the sundial, all that's left is that weird leaf and run-of-the-mill mangosteen, right? So it only took us 1 trip to the Academy to solve half of our problems. Either Rover's really smart, or Madam Magistrate was gonna make it easy for us to begin with.
What's our next plan of action, Rover? Bijou said the leaf bears the frequencies of tacit discords, so it must be from a true mirror tacit field. Then we must leave the city to pursue this lead. An ocean of stars, a dark-haired girl, an inverted etheric sea, and the resonance cord flowing from your tacit mark. And you said it was flowing in a certain direction, pointing to the gorges of spirits and the Norfolk Barrens. You've never mentioned this before. The etheric sea and resonance cords in your dreams are real, possibly leading to the gorges of spirits and Norfolk Barrens. Perhaps it was more than just a dream. That girl might be the key to recovering your memories. Madam Magistrate's information aside, it seems to me your dream points toward the Norfolk Barrens. It's a site of the Threnodian War and the source of all TD outbreaks. The Midnight Rangers' frontline base is stationed there as well.
It's a no-go for me if you're leaving the city. My shift's coming up. Protect Rover well, and shoot me a message if you need anything, all right, Yang Yang? I believe in ya!
Without a doubt.
Tell truth from the sun. Unstoppable.
We resonators can boost our combat abilities with special items. Our echoes can use them too. If you feel like it, head to Instructor Yan at the training camp for extra practice and to get these enhancements.
Yang Yang, did you hear that? Is that someone crying and wailing?
That should be the Midnight Range's training camp. Let's not worry about it, Shisia. Instructor Yan is in charge of training new recruits. I heard he's pretty tough, but I think Rover can handle anything he throws at him. Defense at the city gate has been strengthened. It wasn't like this when we...
Access pass is required if you're heading to the Norfall Barrens. That place is now off limits. What is your business, young lady? It's my third shift and you're still here.
Oh, you must be the soldier on duty at noon yesterday. Nice to see you again. I'm a resonator and a trained martial artist. I can handle myself. Please, I need to go look for someone. I've promised the missing man's grandfather to bring him back. Would you let me through?
Be that as it may, I cannot let you, given the current circumstances. My apologies.
Well, everything seems fine in the city. Are things really that bad on the front lines?
That's why we must stay vigilant, so people in the city can go on peacefully with their lives. Besides, General Jian is currently there at the Norfall Barrens base. Dangerous as it is, he will keep an eye on every soldier, including the one you're looking for. We have already sent a report on your case. You could just go home and wait for the good news. What's the point of staying here?
Thank you, but I have already asked the patrol station for help and tried every method I could think of. Please let me through. I promised him, so I gotta give it my all. I understand your concern. I don't want to be a bother. Would it help if I hid my presence and stayed somewhere further away? How about 5 miles? Or maybe 100? Well, 1,000 might be too far, though. I wouldn't be able to see you clearly.
Listen, nobody knows when the soldiers will return, and even if they do, you might not find the one you seek. It's a dangerous road ahead if you want to reach the front lines, and you don't even have an access pass. Your access pass has been verified. Just you two?
Thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. I intend to leave the city with them, and they have agreed. Will it be an issue for you?
Well, it says you have the highest level of access, so no procedural issues here. Honestly, he could lead an entire troop out of the city with that access pass, and no one would question it.
Sure.
So you're looking for the relative of a veteran, and you believe he's in the Midnight Rangers camp in Deseret Highland?
Mm-hmm, exactly. According to what I've gathered, Mr. Zhang Ye's grandson is very likely in the Deseret Highland. Thanks to your help, I can finally leave the city to find him. Of course.
You don't look like soldiers. Why are you here? The frontliners are right up ahead.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers.
A missing person. Juyan. The one you're looking for. Is he an average person? Not a resonator, I suppose.
Yes. Have you seen him? Is he all right?
I met him once. He's not officially enlisted, but he seemed determined to join us. He's been secretly following our troops since last year. I think a quartermaster of the rear guards escorted him away, so if he's not in the city, he must be in the rear guards camp. He can't be anywhere else. The actual front lines are right up ahead, and we, the Midnight Rangers, would never allow non-servicemen to approach and risk getting killed.
Thank you.
Now, if you're heading that way, I have a request for you, my outrider comrade. On your way there, you should run into 2 detection beacons. They just went offline. Could you go check on them?
Sure, we will.
Great. I'll send the coordinates to your terminal.
Is that the beacon? Why are there so many people?
They don't look like soldiers.
Greetings. What might interest you here? It's dangerous.
Nothing really. You see, we're just on our way south to the city.
Excuse me, about this detection beacon.
Run, everyone!
I can't move. So hungry.
Oh, please don't arrest us! We really had no choice.
What happened? Do you need help?
The battles are getting real bad up north, and we couldn't live there anymore. Figured we have to go back to the city. We ain't eaten in ages, and we're broke. Some of us can barely move, because we're so damn hungry. Then we found some expensive-looking stuff here. Now that the military's out there fighting and nobody's really using these things, we thought it might get us a few pennies.
A damage detection beacon might result in a sudden TD invasion from the direction it covers. Our frontline troops would face attacks from both sides. Have you thought about the consequences?
We ain't got the time for that. If we don't steal, we'd starve to death before the tacit discords kill us.
You shouldn't be stealing public property. Please, return the parts. There's still some distance from here to Jinzhou City. Here, you can have my flatbreads. Oh, and here's some money. This should be enough for you to reach the city.
You're giving us all of these? Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, you! Come over and say thank you before you eat.
It was nothing. Master once told me, the sage takes care of all men and abandons none.
Watch out!
Tough nut, ain't you?
I just helped? Why did you attack us?
You're not feeding us all with your bread and pennies. Hand over your goods and grub, or face the consequences. We ain't messing with no kids, but don't test our patience. Just do as you're told. Don't make it tough on yourselves, or you'll be lucky to leave in one piece.
I will not bend to
We're begging you! Stop! We surrender! Take us in!
Why did you attack us when I already gave you food and funds? Do you have other mouths to feed, aside from what we see here?
They seem trained. These...
Of course we're ordinary people. We just joined the exiles recently. We done some wrongs. Tried to run from the patrollers and left the city, but dang, didn't know the battles up north were so crazy. Our new boss ran out of food before we could even figure out the camp. Figured we'd be better off just to go back to the city and get locked up.
Then we ran out of food and cash halfway, so we turned to thieving. We ain't got the balls to rob the army, but with stuff just sitting around, why not? Hey, since you're being so generous, how about you throw a little extra cash our way? There's a bunch of us, some injured too. Your first amount ain't gonna cut it for us to survive.
Wait, what I gave them was enough for them to make it to Jinzhou even when they are so many. I used to travel alone when I left my master. I know how much it takes for someone to survive.
Hey, what's wrong with you, girlie? It won't hurt to give us more.
Pain comes with coveting. He who knows he has enough is rich. It was only meant to sustain you long enough for you to reach the city.
You don't understand, girl. You don't make money very easily at a time like this. If we can't find jobs in the city, we're gonna starve again.
I came from a seclusive place, learning the ways of the world from scratch. It's been a hard time, but even I have managed to make a living with my own hands. If you really can't find any job in the city, come to Luxian Tea House and ask for Genshin. I will gladly help you search for jobs and work alongside you.
Fine. We'll go. Hurry, move, let's get out of here. I'm not listening to this lecture anymore.
No, I wasn't trying to... Wait. Please put that down.
Quite the sharp eye you got. Fine, here you go.
Is this the only detection beacon you messed with?
Heck yeah. The first one we were trying to steal and you bumped right into it.
Really? Then why does that one over there seem broken too?
That ain't got nothing to do with us. It's been that way for ages. Plus, we ain't ever reaching it with all those thorns.
I see. You may leave now. The military's base is not far from here. Shall we fix the beacons before going? Buoyant and languid, where will the wind take you?
The hour is upon us. One with the sounds. Strike from the shadows. Get together.
Transmitting frequency.
I can handle this.
Keep it together. One with the sounds.
Nice. Shape the shapeless.
Never win. Stop.
One with the sounds. No hesitation. One with the sounds. Moment of resonance. Sounds are fading. One with the sounds.
Tranquility. Transmitting.
I can handle this.
One with the sounds.
Let me be your blade.
Serenade! Let the winds roar!
Swift and resolute. I see one with the sounds. The end has come. The sounds are fading.
Don't worry. Speeding up.
The thorns are blocking our path. Weird. We'll have to clear them before we can... The thorns are blocking...
Precipitants!
The thorns are blocking our path. Weird. We'll have to clear them before we can reach the beacon. Oh, please be careful. They look sharp. Maybe we can find something nearby to help us deal with them.
Speeding up. Master Tianxing, are you alright?
This is my first time on a battlefield. It feels so different here.
I know another shipment of supplies has just arrived. I've confirmed it, but it's not nearly enough. We must reach out to the city again and demand more supplies immediately.
But the approval process is going to...
Tell them it's an emergency. We are working around the clock here. Any delay could mean the end of our defense. Do they not comprehend? Here's a list of what we need. I'll talk to them if you can't make them listen. Now go, go, go! Move, move! What is it? Why are we still not done distributing these? You new here? Are you backups too? Wait, you don't look like one of us.
I am Yang Yang, an outrider of the Midnight Rangers, and they are...
Excuse me, one moment, please. Careful! This chest holds vital medical supplies. If the wounded return and find no medicine, it's on you. Handle with care and precision. An outrider. So, you were part of the backup force, right? Now, I've got wounded soldiers coming soon, and you're just in time to help. Oh, sorry, have to answer this. Yes, what is it? An overclocked resonator. Understood. I'll be there immediately. I'm sorry, could you do me a favor? The wounded soldiers are being sent back from the front lines. We need someone to escort them to the medics, but I've got to deal with the overclocked resonator now. Could you please take care of them?
What exactly do you need us to do?
Just make sure they are safe. The medics will take care of their wounds. Thank you.
It's so busy here. It looks like they don't even have the time to catch their breath.
Things are always like this in the rear. The frontline soldiers focus solely on battle, following orders and striking enemies. But in the rear, personnel must juggle numerous tasks: supplies, medical care, equipment maintenance, personnel management, and logistics. They must carefully manage these matters to provide vital support for our fighters.
So this is what a real war looks like. I had no idea it could get this bad.
Most people would never have the chance to witness any of this. It's natural for you not to know. I think this is exactly what our military strives for, to ensure peace and safety for our citizens. It's a sacrifice made so others don't have to live in fear.